Welcome to mypinkstamper.com. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day and spending it with me. I am going to be sharing a get well card. This is bug and flu season. Maybe friends have had surgeries or family members, and it's a great time to have some get well cards on hand. So I am going to be using our Healing Hugs stamp set. This is from our annual catalog. And if you're new to my channel, I will have the item code along with the description or the item that I'm sharing in my video. And everything you see today can be purchased directly from my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. And I'm Robyn. So I'm so happy to have you here again. Okay, we will go ahead and jump right in. I am going to be doing some embossing for you. I'm going to show you two different ways to emboss with our embossing powders on this video, and I'm going to do a little bit of big shot work. Mostly this is a very simple card. If you want to take the embossing out of it, you could make the same card and just not emboss. So we'll go ahead and start. Let me set everything aside. And like I said, I'll just have everything on the screen. If you don't see it while I'm talking about it, it's also in the description of this video, and it's also at the very end of this video as well. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm using a piece of our Whisper White cardstock. This is just a scrap piece. And I'm going to take our embossing buddy and just give it a little swipe. And that helps so the embossing powder won't stick on the cardstock. And now I'm going to be using our real red ink pad. And there are two ways to do what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And if you're super quick, you can take out one of the steps, which is using the Versamark in between. So if you know what I'm talking about, you probably know what I'm talking about. And if not, you could just do it this way as well. So I have a nice and juicy real red ink pad. We're going to be using some of our clear embossing powder with this. I just have mine in a Tupperware container. And now I'm going to just take this beautiful flower right here from Healing Hugs. This has a very beautiful, I believe it's called Dynamic Impression. I'm not quite sure, but it's more of a, it looks three-dimensional kind of, or two-dimensional, I don't know. It looks really neat. I think you're going to like it a lot. So I'm going to ink this up, and then I'm going to stamp it just in the middle. And you can let that dry if you want it just like this. Or if you're quick, you can use some of our clear embossing powder and put it over your image. And now I can take my heat tool. This is our Stampin' Up! Heat tool. And this just gets really, really hot. That's the best way to describe it, right? And I just aim it and put it right on the area that I want embossed, and I am just very patient. And then you can see it starting to change consistency as it melts. What it's doing is melting the clear embossing powder that is on the image or the ink. Okay, and I have that all done. That looks really super neat in person. And you just kind of set that aside for a second. And now I'm going to be doing a little more embossing, but I'm not using our clear. And I can put this away. I'm done with my real red ink pad. And I just need my Versamark now. And then I'm using the sentiment, Sending You Healing Hugs. That's right here. So I'm just using this and this, pretty simple. And I'm going to put away my clear embossing powder. And now I'm going to be using my Versamark, and I am using this background piece of paper for this. I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to show you how to stamp on our Versamark. This is a piece of our vellum cardstock. It's cut at 1 inch by 5.5, I believe, 5.5. You can stamp regular ink on here. It takes quite a bit of time to dry. You can use the heat tool to set it, but it still sometimes may smear. So I like to emboss on my vellum. And I wanted a really dark, rich black embossed look, so I'm using our black, which I'm so happy that we have in our catalog again. It was gone for a little while and they brought it back. Yay! Never take it away again. I love it. So I'm going to take our Versamark, and I'm not sure if you can see that very well. Our Versamark, get that off of my paper because I'm going to need to go pretty quick, and I'm going to stamp this up, sending you healing. Wait, sending you healing vibes. Did I say hugs? I meant vibes. And I'm just going to stamp this in the center. I can't really see it yet. Get my paper over here. And I'm going to, oh, and I forgot to use the embossing buddy, but looks like I did okay. I'm going to get this out of my way. And now I'm going to use our heat tool, and I'm going to emboss this right here. And now I know that it's not going to smear. I don't have to wait for it to dry. And you can do it underneath on this one since it's so thin. Does that super fast. Okay, so I have this, and I'm just going to set this aside. Did I get all of it? I did. I think. No, I missed that spot. All right, and I'm just going to set that aside and set my heat tool. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pull out the Big Shot. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to take this piece here that we did the flower on, and I'm using our Stitched Shapes framelits. This collection of our framelits comes with circles, ovals, and squares in different sizes. And then here I have a piece of our basic black cardstock, just a scrap piece. I'm going to put that right there. And now I have our layering squares, which coordinate with our Stitched Shapes squares, which is nice to layer scallops on there. You can layer a smooth one if you want. And I'm just going to run this through. Pull it closer. Okay. Just have my square. And I have my flower. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this card together. The base of my card is going to be a piece of our thick Whisper White cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And so you can get 2 pieces out of one sheet. Just going to fold that in half. And now I'm going to start layering these up in just a second. So now I wanted to add some fun dimension and just a fun pattern. So I'm using some of our designer series paper. We have a collection for every single color family we have. So this is the brights and this is the real red. And I'm using these polka dots, and I have this cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And this is a piece of our basic black cardstock. This is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and just use our snail adhesive and add this on. Okay, now let's take our vellum here, and I'm going to see where I want it. I want it about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. I'm just going to turn it over and just fold it, give it a nice tight crease. And now I'm just going to add some adhesive underneath it. It should stick for me. While I have it upside down, I'm going to go ahead and add some of our snail adhesive. And I will add this onto my thick Whisper White cardstock. And now we're going to take these 2 pieces here, and I'm going to stagger them a little, so I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back of this one, and I'm just going to stagger it like this. So just kind of off a little bit. And I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to grab some of my Stampin' dimensionals. I'm going to add 5 to the back. And I'm going to add this right here. I'm going to have the white piece of cardstock straight. And I have my card. Here we go. So a super easy but elegant and nice healing hugs card for a family or friend. This is the bug season. And so it's nice to have some of these on hand. Maybe bring over a little soup or homemade bread for them with your card. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not subscribed to my videos yet. Don't forget to hit the little bell to be notified when I have a new video. And I will see you soon on mypinkstamper.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.